This is the giant phantom jelly, one of the rarest and most mysterious animals to ever exist. It's a massive reddish-brown jellyfish that looks more like a drifting shadow or a ghost drifting in the deep rather than a real creature. And this thing is huge. The bell of this jellyfish reaches 3 feet long, but its arms, those arms can stretch over 30 feet long, like 4 giant ribbons floating in the dark. And the giant phantom jelly doesn't have normal tentacles, by the way. Instead, they're called oral arms, or arms for short. These flat curtain-like arms sweep through the water and trap anything unlucky enough to drift through them in the ocean's midnight and abyssal zones. That's right, unlike most jellyfish, the giant phantom jelly does not have the ability to sting due to missing something called nematocysts, or stinging cells. Instead, these arms are covered in a sticky mucus to trap whatever it is that's passing through it, whether it be zooplankton or a small fish or even other jellyfish as well. The giant phantom jelly is considered a solitary, passive ambush hunter. It doesn't chase its prey. It drifts throughout the midnight zone, alone, silently, letting the ocean deliver food directly into its ghostly sheets that we call arms, where it then wraps those arms around its prey, bringing it into its mouth underneath its bell. The giant phantom jelly is so rare that in over 100 years of research and deep sea expeditions, it has only ever been seen by scientists only about 130 times. Scientists really don't know much about this animal, how it breeds, how it lives, where it goes, how it reproduces, how long it lives, where it breeds, how fast it grows, whether it even has a polyp stage like most jellyfish. Almost everything about this creature is a mystery. The phantom jelly is so difficult to study because it's so massive, it lives too deep in the ocean. Unlike most animals in the midnight and abyssal zones of the ocean, it does not produce bioluminescence, basically just blending into the darkness. It's too fragile for nets, it's too rare for planned encounters, and on the off chance that you manage to locate, capture, and bring this animal to the surface, it's so fragile that once it leaves the water, it rapidly decomposes and falls apart. Another mystery of the phantom jelly is that some sightings have shown the fact that this creature has a symbiotic relationship with a fish living in its bell called the pelagic Bertrulla, but researchers still haven't figured out why. Typically, when it comes to symbiotic relationships in animals, it's usually because both parties are benefiting. Usually this involves protection from predators or cleaning parasites, and mostly food. Although scientists don't know for sure, the leading theory right now is that the pelagic Bertrulla is eating excess food inside of the bell of the giant phantom jelly, while also receiving protection by living inside of the bell. But scientists have yet to discover what the giant phantom jelly gets out of this relationship. My personal theory as to what the giant phantom jelly may be getting out of this symbiotic relationship with this fish living in its bell is that if this fish is eating excess food inside of the bell of the giant phantom jelly, this actually protects the giant phantom jelly from a buildup of bacteria from that excess food. Since the giant phantom jelly is so fragile, I would assume that a buildup of excess bacteria could easily kill it and cause illness. Also, upon researching the pelagic Bertrulla just a little bit more, I discovered the fact that it does in fact eat parasites, protecting the giant phantom jelly a little bit more, I would assume. Fun fact, the giant phantom jelly's scientific name is Stygiomedusa gigantea, which literally means giant jelly from the river of Styx. This is a reference to the underworld of Greek mythology, which I think is very fitting for this creature. This is one of the deep sea's largest predators, and yet the most mysterious.